Florida is famous for its manatees, dolphins, gators, and even the legendary skunk ape. But did you know it's also a secret hotspot for whale watching? That's right, you don't have to freeze in Alaska or hop on a boat up in Cape Cod. Whales visit the Sunshine State too, and today we're going to show you where to find them. So grab your binoculars, a comfy beach chair, and let's go explore the top 5 places in Florida to see whales in the wild. Now, before we begin, I should let you know that there aren't actually any official whale watching boat tours in Florida. Now, sure, there's a bunch of dolphin watching tours, and almost every beach town that draws a bunch of tourists and visitors will have dolphin spotting tours you can take, but Florida doesn't actually have any official tours dedicated just to going out and spotting whales. This is for a couple of reasons. The first is because whale spotting in Florida is a lot more unpredictable than other places, and because the waters off of the Atlantic coast are the breeding grounds for the endangered North Atlantic right whale, and we don't really want to be out there disturbing them from a boat while they're out there, making baby whales. But there are still plenty of places where whales are known to frequent, and with a little luck at the right time of year, you can hopefully spot them right here from shore. First, you're definitely going to want to bring a pair of binoculars. They'll turn a distant splash into a full-on whale sighting, but honestly, the easiest way to find a whale is just to follow the crowd. If you see a group of people standing on the shore pointing at the ocean like they just saw the Loch Ness Monster, chances are a whale may be out there. And keep an eye out for dolphins or diving seabirds. Whales often hang out where all the action is. And timing is everything. February is peak season, but whales can be found out here from December through March. And for the best vantage points, check out one of Florida's fishing piers, which are going to give you a great view over the water. To start off our list, we're going to head over to Cocoa Beach. Now, Cocoa Beach is famous for its rocket launches and surfing, but did you know it's also a prime viewing area for the North Atlantic right whale? These gentle giants migrate down from the cold northern waters in winter to give birth, basically a whale version of a Florida snowbird, splitting time between Florida in the winter and up north in the summer. And guess what? You don't even need a boat to see them. Your best bet is to head over to the Cocoa Beach Pier. You might spot a mama whale and her calf cruising along the shoreline, and if you don't see a whale, at least you get an oceanfront view to a launch at Cape Canaveral, so maybe plan your day at the same time as a scheduled launch. You might get lucky and see both a whale and a rocket launch in the same day, so either way, that's going to be a win. Coming up next, we're heading over to New Smyrna Beach. And yeah, New Smyrna is a very popular beach. It's an easy day trip from Orlando, but has also earned the unflattering nickname as the shark bite capital of the world. But today we're not going to focus on that. We're going to talk about the whales. This stretch of coastline is a major pit stop for North Atlantic right whales in the winter, and with fewer crowds and miles of open shoreline, you've got a solid chance of spotting one. The best place to watch is to head a little bit south to Apollo Beach at the Canaveral National Seashore. Bring some snacks, set up your chair, and scan the horizon with those binoculars for spouts and whale tails. This is the longest stretch of undeveloped coastline in Florida, and the lack of high-rise hotels means way fewer distractions, so it's just going to be you, the ocean, and hopefully a giant whale tail waving hello. And in at the number 3 spot, it's time to get fancy in Palm Beach and Singer Island. Now, you might think this area is just for luxury yachts and overpriced mimosas, and you're not wrong, but the waters here are also a whale migration highway. From December to April, you could spot humpback whales here, sperm whales, and even bride's whales cruising just offshore. The best viewing spot is going to be Juno Beach Pier and John D. MacArthur Beach State Park, which is also a great spot for snorkeling. And if you're extra lucky, you might see a humpback whale doing one of those dramatic slow-motion breaches straight out of a nature documentary. And if you don't, well, at least you can enjoy some millionaire watching right here or some great snorkeling right there at John D. MacArthur State Park. At number 2, we're heading up to Florida's oldest city, St. Augustine Beach and Matanzas Inlet. This place is packed with history. It's the oldest city in the United States, but it's also one of the best places in Florida to see right whales right from shore. And these whales are critically endangered, so spotting one is always going to be a very special experience. Matanzas Inlet and St. Augustine Beach Pier are both really popular spots for whale spotting in the winter months. If you see a crowd of people staring at the ocean like they just saw a UFO, chances are a right whale is making an appearance right there. Just remember to bring your binoculars and maybe even a jacket. It can actually get kind of chilly here in the winter when the whales are here, especially out on that pier when the wind is blowing. And the number 1 best place in Florida to see whales in the wild is Jacksonville Beach and nearby Ponte Vedra Beach. This area is the hotspot for North Atlantic right whales because these waters are like their favorite calving grounds in the entire world. If you want to see a mom and a baby whale hanging out close to shore, this is the place to be. A couple of best bets for finding whales out here are going to be Mickler's Landing at Ponte Vedra Beach or the Jacksonville Beach Pier. Piers are always one of the best spots to see whales because you've got that vantage point over the water. You're going to want to set up early in the morning and keep your eyes peeled for spouts and dark shadows gliding through the waves. And if you're lucky, you'll witness one of Florida's most incredible sights, a whale and her newborn calf enjoying a peaceful Florida morning. So that's the top 5 places in Florida to see whales, but before we wrap up, we're going to do a few honorable mentions for whale watching in Florida. A couple other places that are worth checking out. Both Daytona Beach and Flagler Beach from the pier are great spots to look for whales. That whole northeast corner of the state offshore is usually a great spot for right whale spotting in the winter. People in Miami and Biscayne Bay have occasionally seen humpback whales, sperm whales, and even rare killer whale sightings, especially from South Point Park Pier. The Florida Keys, particularly Key Largo and Key West, offer chances to see sperm whales, pygmy sperm whales, and false killer whales in deep offshore waters. And over on the Gulf Coast, Naples and Marco Island have sightings of humpbacks and bride's whales, best viewed from Naples Pier or Tiger Tail Beach. And don't forget the Florida Panhandle. Destin's Henderson Beach State Park and Okaloosa Island Pier give you a shot at sperm whales and false killer whales cruising through the Gulf. So wherever you are in Florida, keep your eyes on the water. You never know when a whale might show up. And that's it. A few places to add to your Florida whale watching bucket list. And tell me in the comments, have you ever seen a whale in Florida? And no, SeaWorld doesn't count. And if not, which of these spots would you like to check out first? And as always, thank you so much for watching. And if you love this kind of thing, you want to learn more about fun Florida adventures from the theme parks to the state parks, please like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you'll be notified of the next video, and share this with one other person who might want to see this. That really helps the channel grow. And if you want to directly support the channel, come check out our Patreon. And if you do, you might get your name splashed on the screen right here. Thanks a lot. Talk to you next time. Bye-bye.